Alright, so we have this, it's the Fountains business from the OP, Overpowered Games, Out of Print Games, I don't know what that stands for, whatever. From these two designers, Kendrick Winks and Sean Ellis, which both sound like either football players or rappers. But yeah, this is kind of on the heels of me opening up the Acropolis game, which I think has sort of maybe some similar gameplay mechanisms, mechanics. Maybe it's just a overlapping thing. But I do love me a good abstract, especially when an abstract is presented in this manner. So that's just in case you forget which game you're playing there. And there's actually a lot of these games I have not played from this company. It might be my first one from here. Rulebook is really nice. It's got interesting texture. I've seen this. It feels like a Kickstarter game. So it's Race Against the Machine versus Rage Against the Machine there. But it seems to be pretty... I like the fact that, it does have some illustrations to kind of tell you what's going on in terms of placement. So the gear, I guess you're supposed to tap, what do you call it, give your little pawn a piece there. And then you seem to have these pieces here that, koi fish or, I don't know, mold, amoebas, something like that, I don't know. And there's different variations of that, so you have like the lily pads and stuff like that, so that definitely comes into play. And then you also have these like, I don't know, mold pieces. This looks like it's probably not currency. I'm assuming it's for player color, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Maybe if it's a score track thing. And then okay, that's interesting. So it looks like you're just got a sort of makeshift table for this. It's kind of interesting. I guess if you're trying to elevate your game. Yeah, so there's a score track. I mean, the artwork is not, particularly anything outstanding, but I mean, it's serviceable, it's clean, you know exactly what you're looking for. They actually did the score track properly. That matches the inlay in the box. Is that the right word? I don't know, I like saying that, and I don't even know if it's the right word or not. Then you have this business here, which is like, looks like the thing that you would use to hold up fancy plates. But I'm assuming you're doing something like that. I don't know. Probably doing it wrong. But why? I don't know why you need this elevated. Maybe it's table presence, maybe it's to help people distinguish tiles or whatever it is, but yeah, that's a thing. And then you have the tiles themselves, which this, interesting, okay. This is super light. I know for punch boards they're light, but it feels like a different material, almost like a foam. Oh yeah, so it's like, wow, okay, cool. Yeah, it's almost like a foam. It is a foam. So that's unexpected. I thought we were just getting cardboard tiles. So yeah, very lightweight. They punch out pretty easy. I mean, they look pretty clean, considering. So, I don't know, they have the different sort of configurations and shapes. But yeah, that looks like it's interesting. You want to probably keep the water flowing in some weird sort of way, especially as you kind of, you know, are building around things. The box actually does a pretty decent job, better than a lot of the Kickstarters, about where you're putting things in the box. Then we also have, I don't know if this is the player boards. What is this? Interesting. I don't know if this is individual player pieces. It just looks like it's supposed to be dividers. Yeah, that's definitely dividers. So you get a puzzle with this game before you even get to play with it, which is pretty interesting. Because you have to assemble the insert, so I don't know if that's going to be a plus or minus for somebody, but that'll be interesting. And then we have some of these tiles here, which, you know, yeah, they punched out these, but gotta punch out the rest of them, which doesn't really seem too much of that. Now let's look at the rest of this stuff. So this, I'm assuming, is probably going to go by the wayside once you fill up the box. With the insert, which will be pretty interesting. Let's look at some of these wooden components. I mean, they're pawns. They're typical things. I'm looking at Miss Swan. Sorry, I had to say it. That was either that or a Miss Swan reference, and I don't want to offend anybody. Let's see. So yeah, we got Lion-O. Is that a Frug? We get that Peon statue. And what is this supposed to be? I haven't been to a lot of you know, fancy fountains. I think was it the Trevi fountain? I had the pleasure of nearly dropping my phone into that. But yeah, other than that, I don't know too much about fountains. Being honest, I don't know much about anything actually. Let's say you got play a turn. You got the reward is. We got coins, yeah. So these cards are kind of a weird angle. Diverse fish. So you want to collect different fish. You want to have different sets of whatever that is. Building up. Jet stream. Okay. Stairs. Okay. I don't know why fountain needs stairs, but whatever. So you do have some secret goals there, but yeah, it's an abstract game. It's got a beautiful sort of presentation. The materials are very different. So yeah, hopefully it plays pretty well.